And welcome to Ask Me About K-Pop, the essential guide for recent Converse and season fans alike. My name is Shannon.
And I'm Angelica.
And welcome to part 2 into the extensive deep dive into the career of one B/Rain.
Yes, aka Jung Ji-hoon. We introduced him last week, but just to recap, he's a star, he's an icon, he's a dad, he's everything.
He's everything.
He's everything. And today we're going to dive into the second half of his career, which we decided to split because he debuted with JYP. He was with JYP for about 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then he left JYP under very good terms.
Right.
And he started his own entertainment company. And so we're going to pick up his career from there.
Okay.
Is there anything, any kind of prelude or preface that you think that we need to include before we just dive right back in?
I don't think so. Because I don't think there's a big enough, like, crazy gap in this. Like, this change of companies doesn't signal anything super crazy that I feel
Absolutely.
like, you know, like we just had to split it in half.
Yeah, for time's sake, really.
I'm just excited to get to the second part because I feel like there's just more great rain in here. So let's go,
more
right?
Great rain. Let's go. Let the rain
If you
begin.
didn't listen to the first half, though, you should definitely go to that. Though.
If you didn't, yeah. This is a part 2. What do you watch the sequel before you watch the first one? Don't be ridiculous.
Okay. 2007,
November. Rain starts his own company, which was originally called Rainy Entertainment.
Okay.
It is now known as J-Tune Entertainment, and we'll get into why that is a little bit later. But now he's not only going to be like managing and producing his own career, but he also starts to manage and produce other acts.
Right.
So just as a sort of synopsis of J-Tune Entertainment, because it does not last forever.
Right.
It was originally called Rainy Entertainment. And under Rainy Entertainment, Rain signed an actor named Yeon Jung-hoon, and he debuted the group of M-Black. I believe M-Black debuted in 2009, so that was like later on. But the company started in 2007, and of course, he was his own first major act. So before he released his first album under his new company, he did a couple of fun things. For one, in January of 2008, he was asked to perform at the Beijing Olympics. So he performed at both the opening and the closing ceremony later on in August. And on May 9th of 2008, he made his Hollywood debut in the film Speed Racer.
Oh my God, Rain is in Speed Racer! I forgot!
Yes! He played a racer called Taejo Tolokan. And the movie wasn't a huge... It is now hailed as being very underrated.
It's like a culty, like people think it was.
It's by the Wachowski siblings. They're the ones who did The Matrix. And this was his first English role.
Wow.
And I actually recently read Megan Fox, like somebody asked Megan Fox about Speed Racer and she said something about still being a fan of Rain. And I was like, hell yes, girl.
Yeah.
So that's fun. He's in Speed Racer.
Cute.
Okay, then October 16th, 2008. I never found out exactly what the significance of October 16th is, but if you guys have obviously hopefully listened to the first one, you will have heard that date a lot because almost all of his albums until very recently were always released on October 14th or 16th of different years. I don't know why.
Right.
Anyway, October 16th, 2008, he releases his first self-produced album called Rainism. And although the main track is called Rainism, I'm going to make you wait for it because the first single that was released off of it is called Love Story. This music video stars actress Ha Ji-won. It is 6 minutes long, and to be completely honest, I don't really understand the plot of it.
I watched it again, and it's like I feel like I'm getting more, but it's still tonally so crazy. It's like Rain like works for like a bad mob bossy kind of guy, and he like has to take care of this like girl who is like the mob boss's daughter or girlfriend or some shit, and she doesn't really seem to like him, and he's kind of goofy and like in her house. So the most of the music video is like him kind of acting goofy with this woman in his
like
house, her
making
house.
himself at home in her home.
And then they get in a huge fight in the car, and then suddenly he like kills everyone else in the mob, and it's like very bloody, and it happens so fast.
yeah.
And it's so wild.
He beats someone to death with his fists.
And he's like covered
and then
in
he's
blood.
covered in blood. It's very dramatic.
And it just comes, it feels like it comes out of absolutely nowhere.
Yeah.
And all of the like violence part happens in like the last 40 seconds of a very long music video.
Like I said,
it's
6
wild.
minutes long. The song was described as being a ballad about a quote homme fatale. So instead of like a femme fatale, an homme fatale, which is basically just like a trope of like someone who's dangerous to fall in love with. And I suppose he's the one who's dangerous because he kills people with his bare hands in it. Anyway, the next lead single off of this
It's a good
album,
song though. It's like
it is a good song.
got a good-
It's just a pretty wild.
The music video is crazy.
Anyway, the next lead song off of Rainism is of course Rainism. Okay, some facts up at the top, and then we'll just gush
Go,
for
go.
a little while. This album sold over 300,000 copies in South Korea, over 1.5 million in all of Asia. There were 4 different versions. The title tracks were released in English, Japanese, and Chinese. He did also release a repackage later on in March of 2009. Like I said in the previous episode, Rain, when he puts out a studio album, he puts out a fat album.
Yeah.
And this album had 13 tracks, 10 of which he wrote himself. So he's like fully in control over his own musical career now. And as we move forward, you'll see like some real changes in his, or some like subtle changes in his style. In November of 2008, so 1 month after Rainism was released, the Commission of Youth Protection labeled the album as being 19 plus because the song Rainism has phallic and sexual references in the lyrics. And even though Rain changed the lyrics to be more appropriate, he still got that explicit sticker on. So this album was his first one, rated 19 and up.
And it's Rainism. This dance is like so fucking iconic. It's crazy.
Everyone does this.
Everyone knows this dance.
I challenge. Here's a challenge. Take a male idol that you like, type in their name and the word Rainism, and see if them doing the dance pops up.
Right.
Because the number of boys that did this at their talent show,
At like 8th grade talent
the Venn
shows.
diagram of boys in South Korea who did Rainism for their 8th grade talent show, who are now idols, is wide. Okay, there's even Wonwoo from 17.
Lil Shy
did this.
Wonwoo.
Did this.
Yeah.
He does it again on One Fine Day Castaways. You can watch that. Anyway, this is iconic. Everybody
I love
does this.
my favorite personal part is the slow head down the body with the little steppy touches.
Yeah.
That is the
he
best.
like wraps his hand around his head, and then he brings it slowly down his chest to his crotch.
I will say that like one note is we said something in the Hyuna episode. You like asked if it was Twilight inspired, but the like timing was off. This was 2008, and it is a Vampire Coven music video, and that is Twilight time.
It is vampire inspired, but I will say it's a little bit more Aaliyah, Queen of the Damned, than it is
because it's
Twilight.
pretty sexy.
Because it's
I'm just
very
saying the
sexy.
vampire of
yeah.
it all.
But the vampire of it all.
True Blood
it
was on
is-
too.
That's
It
true.
was like a
It was
vampire
lot of-
moment.
Yeah, it was a vampire-y time. I wrote, because he starts out and like in the music video, again, it's 5 minutes long. he like appears and he out of rain, like Liquid Dreams style. He is built out of rain. So I thought at first that he was a superhero, but no, he's a vampire, and he comes and he kicks out the king of the vampires, and then he gets to lay with his shirt open in the sexy pile of vampires while people sexy dance around him. Anyway, that's Rainism.
I love Rainism so much, but I will say that I've always been slightly disappointed in the styling of Rainism, just because I feel like there's too many pieces on his suit, or it's like the wrong kind, because he's wearing like a collared shirt and a vest and like little fingerless gloves and a fedora and like I don't know, and like a cropped jacket. I don't know. I just always wish that it's like a better fitting or like a different suit.
It needs to be a better fitting, because it's not really a suit. It's like a pieced together suit.
Yes.
Like it definitely doesn't look like the pieces go together, and the pants are still
But he
kind
had
of
like
baggy.
6 of them, and they were all like the same mismatched kind of too many pieces.
And for the first time, he's wearing a shirt underneath his vest.
Yeah,
and
he's
¿por
very
qué?
covered.
Why?
Maybe that's what it is that he's just like so covered.
Maybe. Anyway,
Anyway.
that's Rainism.
Rainism.
To promote that album, he went on a tour called the Legend of Rainism Tour. This lasted from August 2009 to April 2010. He visited 12 countries, sold out 750,000 seats, and the whole concert featured a live band, which was different from his previous tours. It had 25 total numbers, and it finished. Actually, no, it didn't finish there. Sorry, I wrote that at first, but then I realized it was incorrect. It finishes in Korea, but halfway near the end, or like halfway through it, he got to play 2 shows at the Coliseum at Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas, which was a big deal. They like sold out, and it was on Christmas, the 24th and the 25th.
That's where Celine plays every single night. I mean, Vegas is closed now, but
yeah.
that's
a big stage.
I love the Vegas show.
So that was August 2009 to April 2010. While he was on tour, a second Hollywood movie of his was released in November of 2009. But this time, he is the lead role in another Wachowski siblings movie called Ninja Assassin.
Oh.
So he is the lead role. And for this movie, which didn't do very well, for this movie, he won an MTV Movie Award for being the, quote, biggest badass. He went to the actual award show. He gives a speech. It's really cute. He speaks in English because he learned English a while ago when JYP wanted him to be in the US. And he is the first Korean, period, to ever win an MTV award. So that's a big deal.
He got jacked as shit.
Yeah,
for
he says
this.
that in the acceptance speech. He says, this award is for the biggest badass, so I've been hitting the gym. He is so, last
this is
week
that like
we
Zac
said he
Efron
was
Baywatch,
soft.
no drinking water kind of.
Yeah. This is the, you can see veins in his hips.
Right.
He's so taut.
Look at all. Yeah. Wow.
Last week we said he's a little soft sometimes.
Not
no
for a ninja
longer.
assassin.
No, yeah, Ninja Assassin is the point where then he gets fucking buff. Because remember when we watched that 2010 stage and we lost our goddamn minds over Rain?
Right.
Well, this is why.
Because he learned how to.
He got real
grow.
fucking buff.
Yeah.
And then on April 6th of 2010, he released his first ever EP called Back to Basic, and the lead single was Love Song.
내 몸에 익숙했던 네 손이 날 밀어내 나는 어떡해 오늘도 떠나간 너의
I love that song. It is perfect R&B.
It's so good. If you listened to our 2010 hit stage earlier this year, this song was what Rain performed on that. And we talked about the angsty body rolls, but I had never watched the music video, and I liked it. Made me laugh. I wrote in in quotes with the question mark, all of the scenes where the girl is like sleeping
bed.
and he's wearing a scarf and he's
He's
doing the Humpy choreographer, like hovering over her.
He's literally straddling her as she's asleep on the bed because he's not really supposed to be there. Like he's not really there.
He's like a ghost or
and
whatever.
he's like singing so dramatically and he gets like really close to her face and he's literally like knees over her hips,
Right.
like straddling her. But there's a lot of really cute skinship in that music video.
Yes,
They're
white tank tops in a bed, like-
cuddly. Oh my god, it's cute. It is cute. And fresh off of Ninja Assassin, our boy is buff.
So
He's
buff, so tan.
He's so buff.
The whole all the stage looks for this were Clockwork Orange mascara on the bottom, and then
Bedazzled Yankees hat.
bedazzled boots, and then like a full kind of like flak jackety
like
vest, like,
yeah, military, almost like a Batman chest.
but also fully
Bedazzled.
bedazzled. He
Yeah.
had gold versions and silver versions,
and he would rip it off in every stage. And then it's even in the music video, it's like part of the choreography that he takes his shirt and he puts it over his head so that you can just see his hips.
It's so fun.
really good. It's really good.
It's really just great. But there was another song on this album.
There was
as well.
another song on this EP. Some facts first. This EP sold over 50,000 copies in both South Korea and Japan. It had 4 tracks. He also released an English version of that lead single, Love Song. I've actually never heard the English version. I don't know if it's any good, but he did self-compose this EP as well. So the next song is called Hip Song. So that's a lot more clubby.
I love Hip Song.
I love it.
I thought it was very funny that in all of the stages from this time, like the 2010 stages, he did not even try to yell along with the "this
Yeah.
is Hip Song" part of the chorus. Like, just literally didn't do it because the choreo is like so much jumping around. In other later, older Rain compilation stages, he does all of Hip Song. I just thought it was funny that at the time he was just like, I'm too tired from the other Body Roll song
Yeah.
to like do this.
Because there's a whole section of this choreography in Hip Song where he's literally covering his face with his forearms. So the emphasis is like not on the face, it's all on the pelvis, and he rolls his hips in a circle and then throws his knee in to hit the beat, and then he rolls his hips in the other direction and throws his knee in on the beat. And it's just, Shonu loves that move.
I know it's, again, Shonu owes his life to Rain, but I also wrote that like, Rain, if you're listening, if your people are listening, somebody get this message to Rain. He needs to revive Hip Song on TikTok. I think
my
it's a
God,
perfect TikTok dance.
yes.
And if he uploads the clip himself, then it's like his song and it can like be official. And like, I think he needs to bring Hip Song back for TikTok. Rain, listen to me.
I'm gonna DM him on TikTok.
I'm just saying, I think it's a great idea.
Yeah,
Because it
agree.
has like that, like, it
Yeah.
has all the like fun.
It has all the
moves.
fun parts to it. And also, like, he's fucking dreaming if he thinks that the average Joe can do the drip challenge.
Right.
Anyway, we'll talk about that later.
We'll talk about that later.
Okay. Ahem. That was Back to Basic EP. In both 2010 and 2011, I'm going to say these together, even though we're still in 2010, because they are the same thing. Time 100 again names him as one of the most influential people in both 2010 and 2011. And he was voted in the reader poll of most influential #1 for 3 consecutive years. He beat both Barack Obama and Lady Gaga.
Wow.
Yeah. And that's not the official time one, but the reader poll, right? Because they do like their own published and then they also do like people vote. Okay. But after Back to Basic came out in December of 2010, Rain sells and merges Rainy Entertainment back to JYP. So this is when it becomes J-Tune Entertainment. So initially he opened it as Rainy Entertainment, and then he continues to operate it as like a subsidiary of JYP under the name J-Tune Entertainment.
Yes. So, assuming the financials were not working out
That's
so great
what
for
I'm gonna
Rainy Company,
guess.
and his good bro JYP said, "Let
I
me
got you,
bankroll
man.
this, bruh."
I got you.
So, like, in one hand, it could be seen as like, oh, sad he had to crawl back to his old CEO to save him. Or it could be like, wow, isn't that beautiful? The power of friendship. However you want to view it.
However
but
you
he's
wanna-
back,
yeah.
kind of back at JYP now.
Fact of the matter is he's now a subsidiary of JYP. He's still in creative control of J-Tune Entertainment and therefore like still in creative control of his own career and also M Black.
Yeah, so M Black's
Let's
still
not
doing their
forget
thing.
he's a songwriter, producer, and choreographer for M Black. Just FYI. He's a busy man. Okay. From March to September of 2011, he goes on another tour. This was called the Best Show Tour, and this is his bye-bye before the military.
Right.
He did 25 shows in 5 countries, sold out 200,000 seats. Every single show of this was sold out.
Wow.
The finale was named the 2011 Best Event in Gangnam District. And then in October of 2011, immediately after this tour wrapped, he enlisted in the military.
October again?
October again. October 2011 to July of 2013, he was in the military. He was rated as a top marksman. He got promoted to be an assistant instructor and a promotional ambassador, of course. And there was a bit of a controversy.
Yeah, where's our scandal?
Our scandal surfaces in
Mhm.
January of 2013. He's got only 7 months to go, but fucking Dispatch, they're sneaking around.
Mhm.
So in January 2013, he is confirmed to be in a relationship with very popular actress Kim Tae-hee. When they were caught, it was revealed that they'd started dating in September of 2012, but they had originally met in October of 2011. Right before he went into the army, they shot a commercial together. And so obviously like sparks flew and they kept in touch while he went to the military, and he left the base to see her several times. And when their relationship was confirmed, a lot of fans got really mad.
Right, as they do.
And they demanded the military do an investigation
To make sure that he was on official leave and was not
taking off
sneaking.
time to go see his girlfriend. Several fans demanded that, like Psy, he serve twice because he did go off base a lot of times. But so they did an investigation for the rule breaking. He ended up serving, I think, 7 days probation because the military was like, we don't really care, to be
Right.
honest. So he got 7 days probation and he got to leave on time. He didn't have to serve any additional time.
Yeah. But she is very popular. She did like a lot of very successful commercial campaigns when she was young, and it like cemented her as like one of those like golden face. Like I can't remember
Mhm.
what the term that they used. I can't remember the term now, but it's like someone who can sell anything if you slap their face on it, like it will
Yeah.
work. Like she was one of those.
Yeah.
She was in one very popular drama in like the late 90s, early 2000s, and everything she's done after that has been like fine, but I think she's just like a superstar somehow.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
like a
I think, according to the woman who sold me my Rain concert DVD, she was hailed as the most beautiful woman in South Korea. So when it was revealed that she was the one he was dating, you have like the most beautiful actress now dating the most beautiful pop star. So it
coolest.
was like a golden couple.
she's
like,
older than him too.
And he's totally obsessed with her. We'll talk a little bit later about like how he likes to separate his work from his personal life. But I will say that like at first when they started dating, he was really vocal about how much he like loved her and cherished her and like thought the absolute world of her. She's a very devout Catholic. He got baptized for her. And they're together officially January 2013, started dating in September of 2012. More on that later. Okay. Now, September 2013, he signs with the sub-label Cube DC. So now he's left J-Tune Entertainment. I believe at this point in time it is still running as a subsidiary of JYP, but Rain decides to leave. And so he signs with Cube in September of 2013, and he spends 2013 doing fan meets and like a short Japanese tour. So he gets out of the military, immediately signs with Cube, and he like tours around saying, "Hey, hello, what's up?"
Reality show too, right?
Yes. And then in December 19th, 2013, in order to promote his upcoming album, he gets his first reality show, which is called Rain Effect. And the album, which was released on January 2nd of 2014, is also called Rain Effect. The lead single off of this was called 30 Sexy.
Cause I'm dirty, baby. Come on, feel. I'm taking your name. Make it a while. Cause I'm dirty, sexy. Excess lady. She got me moving, we no other duty.
Facts before gushing.
Okay.
This was his first album in 6 years, his first musical release, period, in 4 years. This album is entirely from start to finish self-produced, along with a producer named J.R. Groove. Has 10 tracks. There were 2 versions of the album, including a Hyuna collaboration, because now they're label mates.
Yeah.
And he originally teased this album at the 2013 Mamas, which is a super iconic performance. I think I included it in the playlist.
Yes, I had a note to come back to that one and the 2008 one, like take a moment to talk about some big Rain stages. But yes.
Okay, we can talk about those in a second. So facts about this song, 30 Sexy. It was in the top 10 on 5 different South Korean charts. Went to number 8 on the Billboard World. And this is a debut of a brand new look for Rain. And I am sure that part of it has to do with the fact that he had to cut his hair in the military, but this is the first like slick short hair look he has. And the fashion of this is totally different. He has a completely new silhouette. He's wearing high-heeled boots, high-waist like leather pants. He's got rings on rings
So many
on
rings.
and there's a much more experimental sound throughout the album itself. So this is like a real new era.
And the
for
choreo
Rain.
is like an artsy Taemini almost kind of vibe.
He's got like a wiggle leg, sexy.
Yes. And the
Sexy
little weird
move.
hands.
Yeah.
I had like an out of body experience last night when this song came up in the playlist, because it was a buried K-pop memory that I forgot, that I didn't mean to bury or like had forgotten about, which was that this song came out like 4 or 5 months into my K-pop like life of being a K-pop fan, and I used to watch this music video all the time.
Yeah.
And then I think it was just like I never bought it on iTunes, and then I fell deeper into way other K-pop holes, and then just like forgot about 30 Sexy.
Yeah.
And then I saw it last night and my like brain exploded because I was like, this!
Yes.
I forgot about, like, how could I have forgotten about it?
I thought the same thing, because this song fucking slaps.
It's so good.
The music video is awesome. Like it's a lot of like computer visual effects for like the sort of like animations in the background, but it's focused on the fashion and the choreography. He wears like the album cover is his face with a little black lipstick kiss on his cheek.
Yeah, and during all the stages for the whole album, he had different colors, but the lipstick cheek was like part of the concept.
Yes, he wears it in 30 Sexy, and he also wears it in the music video for 30 Sexy and all the stages. He also wears it in the music video and stages for the second single off of this album, which is called La Song. But this is his most watched music video, so we're gonna save that one for the end of this episode. But that song was also the promoted single off of this album. The last song, actually, I guess I should give the facts of La Song first.
Sure, yeah. Tell us
so that we don't have to do it. Okay. La Song was meant to be like a multicultural blend of old school hip hop, funk, and electronica dance music. It was in the top 20 on 5 different South Korean charts. It went to number 9 on the Billboard World, and both 30 Sexy and La Song were winners on M Countdown and Music Bank. And we will watch the music video for La Song later on. The third single off this album was called I Love You. It is like a special edition music video. It's a fan song. We don't have to play a clip of it. Just know that that exists.
I did like it though.
It's nice.
It's
nice.
like it's kind of like an 80s soft rock ballad, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah. The music video was like released on the special edition of one of his albums. Anyway. Okay, so that's his first foray with Cube. And the next thing he does is that from September to November of 2014, he stars opposite Crystal Jung from FX in an SBS rom-com dramedy, I guess. No, it's not a rom-com. It's a romantic tragedy, I suppose.
Oh dear.
I think it has a happy ending, but there's sadness.
I mean, he's
involved.
really good at crying, so
Yeah.
I would imagine he does dramas. Go on.
It's called My Lovely Girl. His love interest in it is Crystal, and also Elle from Infinite is in it as well. And the whole premise of this show is the K-pop industry. So Rain plays a K-pop CEO, and Crystal like works for him. And I just thought it was funny that Elle, who's in the band Infinite, plays a member of a band called Infinite Power on the show.
They didn't even try.
They didn't even try. Anyway, 16 episodes. It was pretty popular. In 2014, he does a lot of like Chinese movies and dramas. One of the dramas he was in had 3.3 billion views.
Whoa.
So it was like very popular. And then that takes us to September 7th, 2015. Rain personally announces in a handwritten letter on Facebook that he is leaving Cube on good terms through a mutual agreement. He's decided to leave Cube. And the very next month, again in October, this time October 1st, 2015, he opens and signs with his own company, and it is called RAIN Company. This company still exists today. It is still the label that he's under. And this company is a little bit different because it is a US style agency, meaning that rather than have one team that manages all of your activities, you have agents. So they have separate teams for the separate activities. And he also like, you know, someone manages your singing, someone manages your acting, someone manages this. And it's not just one person doing everything, which is the typical South Korean model. He also has partnerships with this company in China and also in the United States. He's partnered with Endeavor Entertainment, which is like a really big entertainment company here. And just an FYI for everybody out there who's maybe a little bit younger than the two of us, if you go to raincompany.co.kr, they have open online auditions, and there's a tab up at the top. They are currently accepting auditions tapes for anyone. They it makes it seem like they're looking for multicultural acts. And he opened it together with his longtime manager, and Rain would not be a bad person to work under. That's all I'm saying.
Hey.
So if you're interested in potentially auditioning for Rain, you can do that at raincompany.co.kr.
Beautiful.
All right. So he runs this company together with his longtime manager. And the first thing he did underneath it was that from November to December of 2015, he goes on a tour called the Squall Tour. A squall is another word for a storm.
A rainstorm.
I had to look that up because I was like, what the fuck is a squall? Sounds like a bird. It's not. It's a rainstorm. 17 shows, 6 countries, 700,000 seats. He spends 2016 acting. He's in an SBS drama called Please Come Back, Mister. And he's in a Chinese drama called Endless August, which stars also FX member Victoria Song. So that's cute. Anyway, January 14th. 2017.
This is so beautiful.
I have a lot of stories to tell about this song, and I'm very excited to tell them all.
Okay, great.
He releases his very first single, and it's called The Best Present. song sold 300,000 copies in South Korea, over 300,000, over 70,000 in China. It, like Shannon said, it was produced by Psy. It peaked at number 5. It has 2 music videos. One of them is a white version. It's just like a spotlight. It's only him. He's wearing a very dramatic hat with a very large feather. Actually, no, there's backup dancers that come in later. I forgot.
Though, so it's still stark.
Yeah, very dramatic. The original version of the music video does have closed captions, and it absolutely made me cry because there are, well, I pulled up the lyrics because there's a couple of parts that are just really great.
Do you want to
Tell the story first? No, I don't.
Okay.
Wait. Okay. So the lyrics are, some of the lyrics. People tell me you're nothing special, then you told me I only have you. Whatever situation I'm in, wherever I'm wandering, you smile at me. You're the best present this world gave to me. I want to dream the same dream as you. Your eternal name, my greatest joy. A little bit later on, he has a line about you are whiter than a wedding dress, you smell brighter than the sun, you're the best present this world gave to me, on your 4th finger, on top of that ring, I promise you forever, everything. This was later revealed to be his proposal song. And on Yoo Hee-yeol's sketchbook, Yoo Hee-yeol really flustered Rain by asking him what the reaction was from that special someone. Because remember, his relationship is public now. Everybody knows about his girlfriend. And then this song came out, and it literally talks about putting a ring on her finger.
Right.
And Yoo Hee-yeol asks, like, oh, what'd she think? And he gets real flustered and shy because just 5 days later, they get married. January 19th, 2017, wedding day. Anything to say before I continue with details of weddings?
No, I was just going to laugh about how, like, that is all very sweet and it is a very sweet song. But in the music video, like, he's wearing like a skin tight kind of see-through like nylon shirt, and like lifting, flashing ab flashes are part of the choreography.
It is part of
so
the
like that is just
choreography.
very funny to me that it's like, this is his beautiful proposal song, but he's still like
He's
raining
still
it
Rain.
the whole time.
She knows what she's getting herself into. He's still Rain.
Right.
I'm going to give you all the deets about their wedding in just a minute, but I just want to like share this funny story that in 2019, recently Rain went on Knowing Brothers, and they gave him a lot of shit because the last time he was on it and the first time he performed that song, or one of the first times he performed it, was on Knowing Brothers. And he didn't tell them, obviously, that he was getting married. And so they were like, you used us, like you used us to propose to her, and like we didn't even know, like how could you do this to us? And he literally said, well, I didn't announce it then because I thought that people would hear the lyrics and understand. Like, he thought everyone was going to get it,
Right.
that he was proposing and that they were engaged. But I guess people didn't.
I guess he had to flat out explain it.
Because then he got married 5 days later and everybody was like, what? Because it was a small ceremony. He wore a tux he already owned. She wanted something with no frills. So they got married at a small Catholic church with only their friends and family. He recently revealed that they spent less than $2,000 US on their entire ceremony. They didn't hire a photographer. They gave all the guests disposable cameras. They told the guests about the date and time like weeks ahead of time, but they didn't tell them the location until the day of because they didn't want paparazzi to find them. JYP led the ceremony,
Of course he did.
also performed a song.
Of course he did.
Psy and 3 members of GOD were there. And he announced on January 17th, like right before they got married, right after the song came out, he announced on January 17th in a handwritten letter that they were going to get married. So they didn't know. The surprise was that it happened right away. I think people were expecting after the song came out and after he announced on his Instagram, he wrote, he finishes the letter by saying she is the best present to me, which is a lyric
Right.
from the song. So that's why he was like, guys, I made it really obvious that this was happening. But then it was just like a couple days later that they got married. So I think people were expecting them to like stay engaged for a little while. But nope, boom, got married. And 10 months later, welcomed their first baby girl on October 25th, 2017. Now Rain's a dad.
And nobody knows what her name is,
Yeah.
and you'll never see her.
You'll never
And
see
if you're
her.
listening to this thinking like, oh, I should look up pictures of them, there
They
are
don't
4
exist.
pictures of Rain and his wife in existence, like total.
Yeah.
So good luck, but they're very private. And
Yeah.
that's why, again, back to like forever ago, I said we ain't never seeing Chen's kids either. Because
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Rain's managed to also like,
Yeah.
he,
He,
not gonna show you nothing.
I mean, I guess this is a little out of the timeline, but since it's on topic, I'll just tell it now. In that 2019 Knowing Brothers episode, after they give him a lot of shit for performing the song on their show, they're giving him that shit because they're trying to get him to talk about his wife. They're like asking him over and over and over until eventually he like kind of loses his temper and he's like, okay, enough. Like, I'm not going to answer these questions. And the reason why is like there's a quote of his somewhere that's like, I will build a wall between my career and my family, because basically he explains that like the few times that he has spoken about his wife and their relationship, words have gotten twisted or reactions have been poor, and like he's like, I don't want to bring my daughter into any of that negative spotlight. It's not a place for her to be, and it has nothing to do with my career. So they're like, aside from the best present, that is the only overlap of his personal life and his career, until very recently.
Yes.
But we'll get to that in a second.
yeah.
So yeah, if you when I announce like his children, we don't know what their names are.
Or what they look like.
Or what they look
nothing.
like, or
They
I
are
don't know.
mysteries.
Yeah, I know that the one who was born in October of 2017, she's 2. That's all I got for you.
Yeah.
Anyway, November 7th, 2017, it is announced that there will be a comeback special called Rain is Back. I believe that you can watch most, if not all of this on YouTube. I didn't include it in the playlist, but it exists.
Okay.
On December 1st, 2017, he releases his second EP called My Life. It has 5 tracks. Most of them are self-composed. He reunited with his Rainism producer for this album, and the pre-released single, which came out on November 27th, was a traditional ballad duet featuring Jo Hyuna from Urban Zakapa, and that song is called Goodbye.
오늘도 우린 헤어지지 못할 걸 알아.
That's Goodbye. It's very pretty.
It's so nice. It's so nice. It has such pretty harmonies. And if there were 50 more Rain songs like that, I would
yeah.
gobble it up.
The only thing they did together to promote it was that they did like a live version. I want to say for Dingo Music, but I could be wrong. So there's like a video of them performing it once live, and that's it. The second single that he actually performed on, or the lead single, I guess, off of this My Life EP was called Gang.
화려한 조명이 나를 감싸네 시간이 멈추길 기도해 But I'm not gonna cry yeah.
So this song is
I'll tell my notes. The first thing in my note is, oh my God, I remember hating this so much.
Yeah, I remember when this came out, and I remember being like, there's a lot of things I don't like here.
I think it's just mostly like a disappointment because it feels like a backslide.
It does feel like a backslide. 30 Sexy and Lasong were, like we said, sort of the start of a new, like, slicker, like, beautiful Rain, I guess, like in a way that's like more, just like more a different kind of polish.
Yeah.
30 Sexy is very Prince inspired. Like the beginning of his
Right.
career is super Michael Jackson, and then 30 Sexy takes a very distinct Prince turn. And then this was like a total regression back into like he's wearing baseball caps and he's wearing these like very unflattering weird leather shoulders that look like football pads, and he has like a tight t-shirt that's tucked into pants. It's not a good look.
It's just like
It's not a good
10,
look.
It's like a 10-year-old throwback, but like in a way that isn't very fun. Like it just feels like it just felt like dated and no fun. And I also remember the like netizen comments at the time were like, he is a dad now. Who is he fooling?
Yeah.
With this like
Because-
$100 bills. Like what are you doing?
Yeah, because the whole song is like, it's like a brag song about his career and how like he's not cheesy like the gang of people who like try to hang around him or whatever. But this song is very cheesy and like the music video is really cheesy. I do like his girl gang of backup dancers that he's
Right,
been
they look
holding on
cool.
to. But overall, blah, I don't like this song. I will just say as a last note of this album, because I included it in the playlist, the song Goodbye, the pre-release track, he didn't promote that song because it was a duet. He promoted a B-side off the album called Sunshine. It's really cute. I loved it a lot. He does it in a nice clean suit. And so that is a fun performance. And I do recommend that one. Gang, not so much. Sunshine, yes, absolutely. All right. Wrapping things up here. May to July of 2018, he's in a JTBC show called Sketch. 16 episodes. It's a fantasy crime drama about psychic detectives.
All right.
Anyway, in it, he's reunited with an actor named Lee Dong-gun, who was in his very first acting job of Sangdu Goes to School.
Oh, cute.
So that's sweet that they got back together.
I thought you were going to say that he was in Fan Club, and I was going to be like,
Oh my God,
fun.
that would have been crazy. But no, from his first act. He's just an actor.
Okay.
December 11th, 2018, he gets down to work as a producer. So his own discography is really starting to taper out. My Life is the last EP that he's released, and that was 3 years ago. So now he's really focusing more on his role as a producer in Rain Company. And so in December of 2018, he announces that his company is preparing to debut both a male soloist and a multinational boy group. So that's why I'm telling you, it doesn't matter where you are, you can send in that audition tape. They are preparing a global project for the launch, and it is expected to be this year, 2020. So keep your eyes out for Rain Company. We'll see what they've got coming for us.
Exciting. I wanted to interrupt so bad for something earlier, but there was no moment, so it's fine. I'll let it go.
Oh no, what was it?
I just wanted to say, because I forgot it on the Hyuna episode and it's been keeping me up at night, and I can't forget it in this one, and that Rain and Hyuna were judges on The Unit in 2017.
Oh, yeah. I skipped that. I skipped that part. But yeah, it's true. He was a mentor on The Unit. The next year, 2019, August to September, he was in an NBC show called Welcome to Life. This is a fantasy rom-com about a lawyer who falls into a parallel universe. It was very, very popular. It was nominated for 9 different awards, won 2 of them, and people liked this one. It was fun. That takes us to September 16th of 2019. This is his most recent musical release. He released a single called Beginning, which is a collaboration with Soyu, formerly of Sistar.
하루 종일 그 시간에 멈춰 For the love of it
For the love of it 나만 간직하고 싶어
This song is very sweet. It's like the perfect SM station kind of cafe music that I usually love.
It's one of those Pepsi songs, and I was just
Uh-huh.
thinking maybe someday we should do an episode about all of the goddamn Pepsi songs.
We
'Cause
can.
They like put out songs.
This
all the
was
time.
it was a collaboration for the 2019 Pepsi K-pop collaboration project, which is a joint venture between Pepsi and Starship Entertainment that is called For the Love of It. So that clip in the song, they say For the Love of It over and over. It's a global marketing campaign. They have released a lot of of different K-pop songs for it. And they have a new one now that's 2020 Pepsi K-pop collaboration project. So they're still producing music for that project or whatever. But the song it's a Pepsi commercial basically, and both Rain and Soyu are not in the music video.
Right, it's like actors, 2 people on having a pleasant picnic date and busking by the river.
Yeah,
and drinking
Pepsi the whole time. But there is a cute little like making of video that they put out, and Soyu gets real starstruck when she meets Rain, and it's really cute. Immediately after this single was released, 3 days later on September 19th, 2019, they welcome baby girl number 2. So now Rain's a father of 2. And I don't know what their daughters are named, but
Nope,
that's
no one
okay. It's fine. Last 3 things to say that he's been up to in 2020. Because after his daughter was born, he did not, I mean, presumably he's doing producer things at his company, but he's taking care of his wife and children. February 2020, Kim Tae-hee and Rain released their first and only commercial as a married couple. They're selling beds. They're real fucking cute.
Yeah, they're very cute.
It's really, really cute. And I love it so much. The bed that they're selling is like it's not
One
a
of
Sleep
those.
Number bed, but it's one of the ones that's like automatic. So he's like sitting and she's not in the frame, and then she like raises up and becomes in the frame and gets real close to his face, and then raises down and then raises up and gets a little closer. It's fucking cute. And they're just like laying in bed.
And there's the second one where she like wakes up and she's like, am I Kim Tae-hee? And then she's like, I am. And then she just lays back down on Rain's chest, and it's like cloud beds. They're cloud beds.
Yeah.
And they're both like wearing like white. It's so nice.
It's amazing.
Very cute.
It's amazing. I love seeing them laying in bed together. Okay. April 19th, 2020, he has started to release it's called Let It Be, B.I. And it is a workout series on YouTube. It's not subbed, but you kind of don't need the subtitles
It's a
because it's literally
workout,
just him
come
working
on.
out. But it's to help, like, it's obviously like a quarantine project that's happening for like how to work out at home. He does literally like 100 jumping jacks and like, it's an intense workout because he's still very, very buff. So like if you're feeling like sweating a lot, then give that a try. Let it be. Then of course, he joined TikTok and the world will never be the same. And he created a challenge, a new dance challenge called #DoTheDrip. And if you haven't already checked it out, please
Did
do
he
yourself a
create that
favor.
challenge?
Yeah.
He wasn't just doing a TikTok
No,
challenge.
he started
made
it.
That
he
one?
made it. He made it. He joined the ranks of TikTok
Wow.
dance challenge creators and made one called Do the Drip. And his hair is fluffy and his smile is perfect and he rolls his hips so good. Right?
Wow.
Anyway, that takes us right up to today.
Yep.
So he's hanging out at home with
With
his
his
wife,
family.
his 2 children, one of whom is very,
Very
very small. I also read, just like as a fun, I don't know, like heartfelt example of him being a good person. I mentioned his humanitarian work in the first episode. He and his wife are landlords. They own a lot of property in Korea. And for every single one of their buildings that has like tenants, they cut their rent by 50% during
They were like the
during
first
this
celebrities
time.
to do it, and I remember. No, I won't cut it. They were like the first ones to start the trend of celebrities who own buildings doing rent cuts.
Yeah. So
She owned the buildings first. He was very like that was a thing I read about. Like when he married her, she was much richer than him because she owned buildings from all her commercial.
she was
stuff.
richer than him, but they moved into his house.
Cute.
Yeah. So that takes us all the way up to today, what he's doing now. And so that means it's time for our not so random
Music video viewing.
where we will watch the music video for Last Song, which is his #1 most watched music video.
Oh, dreadlocks.
They're not
Rain.
really dreadlocks, although I will say, you know what? Let me say this as a preface. The stage performance that I put in the playlist, I'm going to talk about it in a minute because it is my recommendation for this week. I specifically chose the one where he doesn't have this hair because this hair is really bad. It's not actual dreads. Because it's too messy to be actual dreads. It's like if you teased your hair and then chunked it with gel and it sticks out everywhere, but they're not neat dreads. You know what I mean? Like they're not clean. Anyway, they look bad. But if you will remember, as I said, this song was meant to be a multicultural blend of old school hip hop and funk and blah blah blah. So there's a real multicultural vibe in the music video with all the extras. Not to say that having dreads is what that multicultural vibe is, because that's not a good thing. He shouldn't have dreads. His hair's bad in this video. Roll clip.
Also, just wanted to say that I always thought that this was called LA Song, which
So
just
did
tells
I,
you
but
what
it's not.
how
it's
I
called
feel.
La Song.
Yeah,
I
get that
also
because
think
they
it's
say
LA.
la la in the
Yeah,
song,
yeah, yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
my Los Angelino sees LA and it's like, yes, LA Song, of course.
And because it is a diverse, I remember watching this music video when it came out, reading it as LA Song, already living in California, seeing the diverse cast and thinking, oh, he filmed this
yes,
in LA.
an LA Song.
It's an LA song.
All right, anyway, here we go. Let's watch it.
It's called La Song. So he's sucking on a lollipop and he's driving a truck through a
And he's listening to 30
listening
Sexy.
to his own music. Driving through a sketchy part of town.
There was a guy with like a full mask on, like a ghost. Like a ghost robber.
He's wearing a really crazy faux fur jacket.
It
And,
was that
like,
meat. This is a
big
meat truck.
Tim's. Yeah, it is. It's like a full pig. Still chomping on that lollipop. So he took out a boombox.
Oh, there's like a underground market in this warehouse.
Yep.
Oh my god, that's Steven Tyler cardigan with all those
Yeah.
fringies.
So we've just got a whole bunch of different people dancing. I love this song.
It's really
This song
fun.
is so good. And he has a lot of different looks in this. There's a ton of fashion.
I like the spats, the like old timey
Yes.
like pinstripe suits and
Because there's someone in here who's like tap dancing to it.
okay, like bar. So like, oh, that velvet suit, that is pretty.
Twerking!
One, two, three, four.
He's got the little
Kiss.
black kiss.
He just whispered at a girl and she grew butt and boobs more. What the heck
Oh
was
my
that?
So there's a lot of butt shaking happening. He's wearing like a velour olive green suit.
I love it.
Oh, is he just like upgrading everything?
Yeah, things are getting better. I guess so. Yeah, that girl got better boobs and this truck got bigger wheels, and I think he's like fixing things up.
Rain is overseeing a dance contest.
Yeah, there's like a dance circle. Lots of different styles of dance happening in the dance circle.
Oh, Rain's getting up. Everybody sit down.
Oh, okay, stomp like trash can drums. Oh, he's like LeBron James dusting the like. Oh, here he goes. I really like that olive green suit so much. Oh, now there's chicken feathers flying everywhere.
I love that the chorus choreography of this song is so simple. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the
yeah.
first one of his songs that has like a point move anyone can do.
Totally. But the backup dancers are doing something more complicated.
Yeah, they are.
Yay.
La song. La song. Oh, there's a choreography practice. I didn't watch that. I will take this opportunity to immediately transition into my recommendation.
Okay.
Because I need to point out the version of this song that I included on
Right.
the playlist.
Explain it to me, please.
Okay, so once this song came out, a fan pointed out, or a fan made a remix of this La song with an old trot song called Champion, which is by a singer named Tae-jina. And so a fan remixed the two because they like heard similarities in the songs. And then Rain loved the remix. He somehow heard it, loved the remix, reached out to Tae-jina, and then did many of his comeback stages with Tae-jina. So that Rain is wearing the like slick suit and Tae-jina is wearing the bandana and the fur
And
coat.
a huge fur coat. Yeah.
And
yeah.
and he like belts out the la la la's in the chorus with his like old man like raspy trot voice, and it's super good. It's like Rain
Yeah.
looks great because he's not wearing those stupid fake dreads and he's wearing like a slick suit, but also like they really rock it. And I just thought it was really cool that that's a collaboration that came out of just like a fan putting the remix together, and Rain was like, hey, that's cool. I'm gonna make that really happen. So that's my recommendation. It is included in the playlist, but it is the Tae-jina and Rain collaboration stage of La Song on Music Core. Excuse me.
Great. I feel like this is a recommendation slash just a discussion point that we skipped over in the timeline that I wanted to talk about, which is like some epic Rain award show stages that are definitely worth checking out. They're all very long. I think one of the first and most impressive was at the Mnet Awards in 2008. I think you mentioned it earlier, but it opens with Rain like on wires, walking and dancing down a wall like vertically from the ceiling. And he does a couple of songs and he changes glasses several times.
Yeah.
And it's like it's a whole moment.
And he spends the whole first minute of it climbing down the wall going,
Yes. So that one's really fun. And then the other one that's like pretty legendary is in 2013, right when he was out of the military before he did that comeback with 30 Sexy and stuff. He showed up at the 2013 Mamas in like this pink jacket and leather shorts with like tights underneath. It's kind of a weird look, but
it is a weird look. But he's also wearing shorts with leggings in that walk down the wall stage. They're just longer shorts.
interesting.
So weird choice. Anyway,
Yes.
continue.
This performance at the Mamas is very great. A-Pink is like freaking out in the audience. 2NE1 looks very cool while they appreciate it. Hyoyeon from SNSD knows every word to every song. It ends with him like raising up on a platform that rains. The
Yeah.
platform rains like down on the ground. And then there's another one from the Golden Disc Awards in 2017 at the Golden Disc Awards where he did like Rainism and stuff. And the point is that all of these are great stages, and there are also an infinite amount of fan cams of idols watching these stages, and they are a delight. And like we said, every boy group member knows every move to Rainism. They all
of
know
them.
it.
All of them.
And it's just very fun to watch them geek out and watch the girls scream. And like everybody loves Rain.
Everybody wiles
He is
out
their
while he's
king.
on stage. Like everybody's standing and dancing. Crayon Pop looks really silly in their little helmets.
Yeah. But they're all great fun. And yeah, he's very good at like a epic award show stage or whatever. So like as a general recommendation / point about Rain, check out any of those like big award performances.
And they will be in the playlist as well. I'll put them appropriately in the timeline. So yeah, any and everything that we've mentioned is on the playlist. So check that out. There's music videos and stages.
Did you have any, sorry to put you on the spot, but did you have any like B-sides or anything that you discovered like just in a song way that was worth recommending?
No,
It's okay if
no, I
not.
don't.
Okay, just checking. All right, well, that was our first ever 2-part many year deep dive.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for a BoA one when her anniversary comes up soon.
Yes, her 20th
20.
anniversary is coming up.
And we promised her a 2-part as well.
We promised her a 2-part. I feel like anyone who has more than 15 years
Like, you
needs
gotta.
to have 2 parts. So yeah, That was
Well,
fun.
I had so much fun.
Thanks
I hope
for indulging us.
yeah, I hope that a lot of you have come away with a new like appreciation for Rain. I hope that he makes all of you as squealy as he makes us. And we love him. And I am
sure
excited
do.
to see what he'll do in
Yeah.
the future.
And
this TikToking and this
with this TikToking and also with these potential new debuts coming out this year.
yeah, CEO
We'll
Rain.
see.
Let's see what happens.
Let's see, producer Rain, give it to us.
If you would like to get in contact with us, we can be found at AMA K-Pop Pod on Twitter and Instagram, amakpoppod@gmail.com for emails. Ask Me About K-Pop, the podcast on YouTube is where you can find those playlists. 181 AMA K-Pop 5 if you'd like to leave us a voicemail. Ask Me About K-Pop, the podcast, or AMA K-Pop Pod on Discord, AMA K-Pop on Spotify. We kind of try to keep the same names everywhere so that you can find us. You know what our logo looks like? That's where we're at. All things considered, hope we're back next week. And we love you guys, and we'll talk to you another time soon.
Yeah, stay safe, stay sane. Bye.
Jonghyun, your inspiration.
Thank